I had lost my mom at a very young age to suicide, and I had a history of my own, having to deal with it as a child. Time and again, what I felt was, how could my mom leave her child, after having birthed a baby, having given everything that you could give for the child, and you've birthed a baby, and then you chose to leave, right? That is something that hit me when I was in the, bed with my baby, and he was right next to me. And that is something just kept coming back to me, and I just teared up thinking about it. And I'm just glad that I was here with literally all the mothers who will be not just a mom to me, but also to my daughter, Arudra.
கண்மணி அன்போடு காதலும் நான் எழுதும் கடிதமே, பொன்மணி உன் வீட்டு சௌக்கியமா, நான் இங்கு சௌக்கியமே, உன்னை எண்ணி பார்க்கையில் கவிதை கொட்டுது, அதை எழுத நினைக்கையில் வார்த்தை முட்டுது.
Hello, hi, I'm Sriram and
I'm Raghavi.
And this is Arudra. So we are here to talk about our birthing experience at the Birthvillage. We had an experience which we would like to call nothing short of magical. So we are as much excited as you to take you through this amazing journey. We had a small miscarriage experience before. Our doctors told not even to consider that as a miscarriage because it was during the 5th week. People don't even recognize it as a pregnancy.
It's too early.
Yeah, too early.
I had kept Priyanka ma'am informed as well, because I reached out to BB at that first time itself, and I told her that something of this sort happened, and she was like, it's okay, it's fine.
And they also advise it's just like a delayed period, don't take it seriously, but that had a big effect on her. During Jan, her periods got skipped again, and we wanted to just check and all that. She was getting really anxious. We did that pregnancy card test, and she told, I will not see it, I will keep it there, you see it and tell me the news. So she did the test and she came out, and then I was the one who went inside and then saw the card, and I told her, yes, we are pregnant. So it was totally the opposite way. And then from there on our journey started. We had a local
care provider
there, and we had all these tests and all that, and she was very much clear from the beginning itself that it has to happen at Birthvillage, because
even before I think I started going out with Sriram, and even before we got married, I think around 2017, I think, when the center was picking up, or I've heard about it, someone had birthed here, and it was such a beautiful thing to see. It was like a home. So I wanted a very similar experience that I had seen back then. And then obviously we got married, and when I conceived, there was no questions asked that we were going to come here.
The more she started talking about this, the more I started researching, and then I learned a lot about this, and that's when our journey started. And towards the 5th month, I think there was a definitive call. I think we reached out to the Instagram page first, and personally we had a lot of friends, our friends who birthed here.
I remember exactly the date too. It was on May 23rd that we actually had a call.
From there it's been a breeze.
Yeah. So first நாங்கள் இங்கே வரும்போது வந்துட்டு இந்த இடம் தான் பார்த்துட்டு I was super, it felt like home வந்த உடனே. அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் இந்த ஃபோட்டோஸ்லாம் வந்து பார்த்துட்டு இதை ஃபுல்லாக
நான் கேட்டேன், இங்கே நம்ம ஃபோட்டோ வருமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. இது வந்து ஃபுல்லாகவே இங்கே மதர்ஸ் அண்ட் அவங்களோட ஃபோட்டோஸ் நினைக்கிறேன். அதுக்கப்புறம்
and this is exactly the chair I sat and fill the form, and they'll give this herbal tea. That's something I look forward to for every visit வந்ததுலேருந்து.
இப்போ எனக்கு இது யோசிக்கிறப்போ வந்து இங்கே தான் அவளோட லேபர்லாம் ஆச்சு. ஆக்சுவலாக இந்த காமான ஸ்பேஸில் வந்து ராகவியோட ஃபுல் வாய்ஸ் அன்றைக்கி ஒரு 12:30 மணி மிட் நைட்டில் வந்து she was actually இங்கே she was here actually.
We were doing that lunge exercise.
ஆமா, அந்த lunge exercise and all that.
Held him, and then I did that lunge power, and I'm sure
every lunge I had to do with her here. So எனக்கு இங்கே பார்த்தாலே எனக்கு அந்த lunge தான் ஞாபகம் வரும். Every time she had to keep one leg here and do this, and I had to be opposite to her and do that. But yeah, it's a very memorable space actually. இங்கே தான் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோம் and all that. எப்படி சென்னையிலேருந்து இங்கே வருது, எல்லாத்தையும் விட்டுட்டு வர முடியுமா ஃபஸ்ட்டு? Does this all make sense? What is about all this? Because we were very worried. As I told you, ours was a love marriage, already too much drama. We both thought it was going to be a struggle, to convince them. ஸோ அவங்கள உட்காத்தி வச்சு கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இது பண்ணோம். Surprisingly, they were like, looks like you did your research. இதுக்கப்புறம் நாங்கள் சொல்கிறதுக்கு ஒன்றும் இல்லை, எங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்குன்னே தெரியாது.
ஆமாம், ஐ திங்க் ஒரு செமினார் மாதிரி we sat down and explained each and every like small terms involved.
Yeah, but to be honest, in the birthing concept convince பண்றது it was not difficult, but what was difficult was there are a lot of small traditions. பொண்ணு வந்து அம்மா வீட்டில் இருக்கணும் கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு, இந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்குது. And hospitals as such has a lot of small rules and everything, because they wanted to hear from the doctor that Birthvillage is okay. They wanted something in writing. Yeah. And then we had to tell them, see, this is also, I mean, we don't want to call this a hospital, but we told this is also a hospital. They have medical care here, they have tertiary facility. Birthing is a natural experience. It's how it should be. அப்படி ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் ஆச்சுன்னா they have facilities here. And then they were like, okay, அங்கேயும் டாக்டர் இருக்காங்களா, ஓகே அங்கேயும் எல்லாம் இருக்காங்க, சரி ஓகே. And then they were convinced and everything. I
told Sriram that எனக்கு வந்து நான் இவ்வளோ தூரம் வரேன், ஆமாம் நார்மல் டெலிவரி ஆலனாலும் பரவாயில்ல, எனக்கு வந்து ஐ நோ தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ வாண்ட், பட் ஈவன் இஃப் சம்திங் ஹேஸ் டு ஹேப்பன், C-section ஹேஸ் டு பி டன் அப்படின்ற ஒரு சினாரியோ வந்தாலும் நான் அதை இங்கே தான் பண்ணுவேன். பிகாஸ் ஐ நோ ஹவு தே ஆர் கோயிங் டு டீல் வித் திஸ் அப்படின்றது தான். So this is the second spot we come to after we step into BV, and here we come and check our vitals, and we'll check our weight and all of that. And you know what's the best part here?
எனக்கு இது ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைசிங்கான ஒரு ஷாக்கிங்கான பார்ட். ஆக்சுவலாக அவள் வைட்டல்ஸ்லாம் செக் பண்ணுறப்போ என்ன இங்கே உட்கார விடுவாங்க ஆக்சுவலாக. அண்ட் எங்கேயுமே நான் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸில் பார்த்ததில்லை. ஸோ ஷி வில் பி ரைட் தேர் கெட்டிங் ஹர் வைட்டல்ஸ் லைக் பிபி அண்ட் எவ்ரி திங் செக்ட். அண்ட் ஒன் ஃபன் பார்ட் இஸ் they will always be having a weighing machine where they check her weight. ஸோ ஒரு வாட்டியும் நான் 72 இந்த வீக் 1 ஏறிட்டேன், டயட்டில் இருக்கணும், இன்னொரு வாட்டி நான் பீஸா சாப்பிட்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ இட்ஸ் லைக் a competition between me and her where to go, where to eat and all that. But yeah, this is where I sit down and complain to the sister, இதை சாப்பிட சொல்லுங்க, சொல்லாதீங்க. The sister will be like, let her eat whatever she wants and all that. So it feels more like a family to us. Like in the spot வந்து it's like this is where we know how she is, how the baby is and everything, and it's a very fulfilling experience. Yeah.
As the due date that was actually nearing, and அது மைண்டில் என்னதான் இருந்தாலும் அது ஃபிக்ஸ் ஆகிடுச்சு. பட் அப்பார்ட் ஃப்ரம் தட் நாங்கள் வந்து ஒரு செப்டம்பர் 27th வந்துட்டு இப்போ வந்துடும் அப்போ வந்துடும் அந்த மாதிரி வந்து we were thinking it will happen soon. We had booked our stay only till October 20th and thought we'll go back home by then, and finishing birthing, spending 14 days here எல்லாமே முடிச்சு நாங்கள் October 20th போல் we'll leave-னு நாங்கள் நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தோம். You can't pre-plan anything, that is one thing. And we were waiting every other week thinking, it will happen this week, or it's going to happen this week.
A lot of expectation. இந்த டேட்ல வர போறா, இவ தான் வர போறா திரும்பி. Our baby was like, எவ்வளவு கிடையாது, நான் ஏன் டேட்ல வர போறேன். The day we thought we will go home, October 20th, she was born on 21st.
Yeah.
Who are you to plan everything? So, our parents suddenly called and said, இந்த வீக் முடிஞ்சிருச்சுன்னா இட்ஸ் லைக் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஃபுல் டேர்ம்னா. நம்ம யூஸ்வலாக சென்னையில் நமக்கு இப்படி பண்ணாங்க, ஒருத்தங்களுக்கு 39 வீக்ஸ் ஆகிடுச்சுன்னு உடனே பேபி வெயிட் ஜாஸ்தி ஆகிடுச்சு, 3 கிலோ தாண்டிடுச்சுன்னா யூஸ்வலாக இன்டியூஸ் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. Any lot of these thoughts got into her head, and
there was a point I stopped looking at my phone. Genuinely, I stopped answering calls. I stopped messages.
Yeah. No, even though it's from a point of care.
Yeah, like even if when people ask me how are you, I felt like they were asking where's the baby. Okay, I think on October 16th, just the day before my birthday, we had an appointment with Priyanka ma'am. I was almost in tears telling her that I'm like, where is the baby? And I was like, is the baby moving fine? Is she fine? I mean, is the baby fine? And everything. Of lot of thoughts were just put into my head, and all of that reflected on me being super anxious.
And inga vanda one they told, are you ready to wait till 42 weeks? Yes, we are ready. That's what we were mentally prepared for 42 weeks. But somewhere inside you feel 39-35 வீக்ஸில் முடிஞ்சிடும் எல்லாருக்கும் யூஸ்வலாக. அந்த டைம் தானே எல்லாமே. அந்த அந்த சைட் நம்ம யோசிக்க மாட்டோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதனால் ஷீ வாஸ் கெட்டிங் பிட் ஆன்ஷியஸ்.
I was also reading a lot of birth stories, and all this was running in my head in the conversation that I was having with Priyanka on that day. And she told me this one thing: start trusting your baby right from your, where she is in your tummy. இங்கேருந்தே வந்து நீ ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணும்போது தான் வந்துட்டு lifelong there's going to be how the trust is being placed on your baby, and you need to do that, right? And if you're not doing that, then you're going to have to start questioning how your thought process is also going about. And anniki it was like a clear cut eye opener for us after that 2-hour time we spent with Priyanka. And next day was my birthday, and actually the midnight my male contractions actually started. It was all about letting go and relaxing for a bit is what I felt. And mild contractions started, but it did stop at some point. It was like the body was preparing.
We were not worried. We were like,
yeah.
Where we are standing right now, this is one of our favorite spots actually. ஏன்னா ஒரு வாட்டியும் செக்அப் வரப்போ வந்து ராகவி சொல்லுவா இங்கேயே லஞ்ச் சாப்பிடலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ அந்த லஞ்சுக்கு வந்து இதுதான் எங்களோட ஸ்பாட் ஆக்சுவலாக. வெரி வெரி காமிங் ஜோன். இன்ஃபேக்ட் பேபி பிறந்ததுக்கப்புறம் கூட பேபி தூக்கிட்டு இங்கே வந்து வி ஹேட் அ ஸ்மால் கேக் கட்டிங் அண்ட் ஆல் தேட். ஸோ வி கேன் நெவர் ஃபர்கெட் தி ஸ்பாட். லைக் பேபியோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பர்த்டேவே வந்து இங்கே ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டில் 0th birthday was here. ஸோ இங்கே வந்து வி மேட் அ லாட் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ. அனதர் பர்சன் அருண் பூஸ் சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ ஹீ இஸ் ஆல்சோ பர்த்திங் ஹியர். வி மேட் அ லாட் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வித் தெம். அண்ட் இட்ஸ் அ வெரி நைஸ் ஸ்பாட் ஃபார் பேரண்ட்ஸ் டு சில். இல்லை வந்து யாராவது வந்தாங்கன்னா இங்கே ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு. அண்ட் இட்ஸ் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லி செட்டப். வி ஹேவ் குவைட் அ ஃபியூ மெமரிஸ் ஹியர். ஸோ யா, we are going to go into our birth room. This is where all the magic happened. நம்ம வந்து உள்ளே போனாலே இப்போ திரும்பி சென்னை போகணும் தோணாது. ஒரு கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருக்கும். ஸோ we are going to go inside these. So this is the room where it all happened actually. ஸோ எங்களுக்கு இப்போ பார்க்கும்போதே செம்ம நாஸ்டாலஜிக்காக இருக்குது ஃபுல்லாகவே.
Yeah, this is the bathtub where I birthed Arudra.
Yeah.
And
இங்கே எக்ஸாக்ட்லி இங்கே தான் வந்து நான் உட்காந்துட்டு இருந்தேனா நின்றுட்டு இருந்தேனா என்ன பண்ண எனக்கு தெரியல.
He was holding my hand அங்க தான்.
Yeah, I was here. And இங்கேருந்து தான் I witnessed everything, every other thing. I don't know. நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி it's blank for me, but I can only feel it. I felt like I was part of her delivery here. So I was helping her, during her contraction.
I was super scared of PV being done and stitches. ரெண்டுமே வந்துட்டு எனக்கு ஆக்சுவலாக பெயினும் தெரியல ஒன்றுமே தெரியல பண்ணது. So that was a wonderful experience by itself altogether. Yeah. And there will be jazz music playing, my favorite playlist. And lavender scent. So இப்படி ஒரு birthing experience வந்து
I have never seen people ask வந்து உங்களுக்கு ரூம் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் ரூம் எப்படி இருக்கணும், லைட்ஸ்ல இருந்து விஷஸ்ல இருந்து. we had dim light setup. We had a bluetooth speaker here where her jazz playlist was playing, and everyone were, I felt like it was home actually. So there was this moment during the last 3 pushes. Now I know it's the last 3 pushes, but அப்போ எனக்கு தெரியாது. அப்போ வந்து பிரியங்கா மேம் just threw her torch and then just started wearing the hand gloves and all that. எனக்கு என்னமோ திரும்பி அந்த கை வெளில வரப்போ பேபியோட தான் வரும் அப்படின்றது எனக்கு ஒரு கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டாக இருந்துச்சு. Then she gave one big scream. That was the time baby came out. And I don't know, it is still surreal for me. I can't even think it as a real moment. It was like magical.
As someone who's been practicing water births for over 16 years, one thing I have felt very strongly is that is it for everyone? No, it's not. Does water give comfort? Yes, it does. And now interestingly, you mentioned something that during the course of labor, during appointments, that it was something, if it happened, it happens. And that's how one should see it, right? Because sometimes I find people making it as their top priority. But labor is something we can never predict, and that's exactly the beauty of it also, right? So what I remember specifically in your case, because you mentioned you don't remember at that point, is I was pretty sure that your baby will be born in water.
Oh wow.
I was very sure about it, because that is the energy that I felt at that time. We say, when the baby is being born, whether it's land or water, it's exactly a few seconds before you will feel that there is a new soul coming in. that should be felt by us also.
Yeah.
And that is when, because I remember when
mentioned
when your husband is standing by the side, he didn't expect also that baby is going to come out in one full whoosh. And that's exactly the point we say. It's a transition between two worlds, right? It's a transition between the womb and to the earth side. It's a brief second that comes in, and it's a beautiful second, and those seconds never come back again.
True.
You know, and it's magical, it's beautiful, it's everything beyond, outside this world. So I always say this, that water birth at the end of the day should not be a marketing gimmick.
Sure.
It's not something that I think people are trying to sell out, but that's not the case. There are so many factors that have to come together, and in your case it did.
So we were given the pal kanji when I was birthing itself because I needed some energy, and also the next day morning, the first breakfast that I had was also the pal kanji. It was absolutely divine, and I had 2 hot chocolates right after birthing. I demanded for another one.
She had the first one, hot chocolate, that's given right after birthing, and then when she was given skin to skin, I was right next to her. They were emotionally asking, "How do you feel like now, Raghavi?"
I
feel like I need
chocolate.
another hot chocolate, is what she told, and then she had one.
And some other rituals that BV follows, something I absolutely loved was the first bath that they gave after birthing. Head massage and the body massage that Chechi gave was something that I absolutely needed at that point, because the body was, obviously post-birth it was like screaming, and that just calmed me down. And one other beautiful thing is that sindoor and sambrani practice that they do. So they took me out here and they put doop and sambrani, and that rejuvenates your whole body as well. I kind of teared up when they did that ritual.
Yeah, because looking from the other end, you might think that it's a normal practice in every home, but for that home practice to be in a place like this where you birth is totally a surreal thing. That's what we felt. It was great, because for me, I woke up and saw Raghavi having the shower and that sambrani thing there. Oh my god, I was like, wow, she's feeling like home. So one important aspect that I felt was very crucial here was the postnatal care, because as you know, after discharge we have to go and stay in our service apartment, but BV ensured that we had a midwife visiting our space to check on the mother and the baby.
How emotionally well I am, it was something that she kept checking time and
in fact,
again.
The baby developed a bond with the postnatal care midwife as well.
We also had lactation consultant who was there literally hand holding me, because I had some worries about breastfeeding, and initially I was just being a lot doubtful about if my body was capable of doing something amazing as that. And she came and consoled me and explained a lot of other things, and everybody was on call at all times, even at midnight literally. Without them, I think I would have gone a little all over the place.
This has pretty much been our home for the last 2 months. September 11th we came, today is like November 4th, almost 2 months here, and we will definitely kind of miss this place.
And I can't wait to come back here. And,
what? You mean like...
Yeah. Actually, sitting apart, I can't wait to come back here.
We had a plan where every birthday of Arudra, we should come here and celebrate. But of course, if at all we are planning, for the next pregnancy of sorts...
no questions asked, we will come
we
here.
Can't even think of any other place right now, because to even think of another place other than this, like a conventional hospital, kind of, first of all, scares her. And for me, it's like, I don't think it'll be convenient for me as well, to see a baby being born that way or things like that.
And you've experienced this one.
Yes.
I don't think you can go back to another setup ever. That's all.
Yes.
Having done this.
So you want to always come back to home and, you have a crucial thing happening. So it's like that.